You already know who it is. Likewise, Van, CEO of Project Pi, with us, the one, the only. Sheesh, the Maestro Electric Chris 13, CTO. We're here at the Atlanta Blockchain Center, just building like we typically do. We're pretty heads down doing everything. Shout out to our board, JB, doing our socials and whatnot. We figured why not just, update you guys to see what we're doing. Again, currently going to get our audit back from Zokyo soon, so that was successful. We're going to go over some stuff that we're going to be doing for the dashboards, talk about analytics, talk about private round, talk about a lot of stuff. So if I see anyone in the chat, I will definitely say something. And Chris, we already got 5 views already on Twitter.
Cool.
So, but yeah, let me make sure I go on the live if I can figure out how to do that. LinkedIn joined. All right. Probably put that up on my phone. But yeah, here we are, guys. And don't forget to get your merch at cryptolids.com/pi. We do have official merch now. So that's super cool.
Yeah, I don't. We don't have our the mic like last time, so I don't. Someone tried to call.
Someone tried to call, yeah. Hopefully they didn't mess up the stream, but I think it was a mistake.
Well, we can start with what I've already have drawn on the board. Basically, maybe I should probably draw it a little bit larger. Yeah, I think from that angle, it's going to be kind of hard to see. I'll redraw it just a little bit, probably just scoot it over. So let me just draw it this way. I'll just make it a little larger here. Watch out real quick.
Yep. All right, I got the live open, guys. So if you want to say anything, feel free to say something, and the chats will appear right here, guys. So we're looking.
Can you see if they can actually see this? I don't know if they can.
Yeah, I mean, this is the stream right here.
Well, I'm saying like the actual like board. Like, can you see that? Because it seems kind of light. You think?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at my phone. Let me see. Yeah,
you can see it.
Yeah,
cool. As long as
it's a stream right there. I think it's pretty good.
Got you. If anything, I mean, we're going to be explaining it anyway. Can you hear? Or
the sound?
Yeah, sound.
I'll turn it on and see. I think it's pretty good.
Okay. Got you. Cool. If anything, I mean, we're going to. So I'm just right now just formulating an idea on the actual cards. If you go on hub.projectpi.xyz, there is, let's say you have already made your node, or you already made your Pi pool, and then you have already pre-launched the node, and then it's went on to the next stage from pre-launch to launched. I'm thinking of adding another section to the actual card here that you would see on the dashboard. It would be withdraw rewards here. And all this stuff is there right now. If you actually go to it, when you actually register your node on our platform, you will start to see a card that looks like this. But what I want to do is I want to add another feature that I think would basically tie everything together. Right now, on our side, we don't necessarily handle the like the node side of things. Like if you were to go on the beacon, you'll be able to see like validator 100 is active or it's withdrawn or whatnot. On our side, you would just see that the Pi pool is active, and you either in your staking form or you're in the withdraw or you're in the launched form. But it would be good to have something basic that would tie everything together, so that you know that when you're launched, based off of the pub key from your post chain validator node, you will be able to see that your validator, based off your pub key, is either active or it's in queue on that side. So just trying to tie everything together. And I'm also just drawing it all out so I can actually figure out where to put everything on the front end of things. So um, this is basically where we are now. Right now, this, well, I don't know if you can see that, but the validator 13140 active with the little icon is not on the actual page. So just trying to formulate and think about where I will be putting this so that you'll be able to see it, and you will be able to see the you'll be able to see all the um, what would you call it? Basically, all of the
Metrics.
statuses and metrics on the actual card in itself. And it has to be for every single node or every single Pi pool that you're on. So if validator 13140 is active and is related to a specific pub key, then the next card, if it's 13141, it will have its own separate status because it's its own separate node based off the pub key. So we want to make sure that we do it for each card, and I think that would be very good. It's going to be very, very basic metrics. You know, we're still going to be using validator dashboard for the expanded metrics, as well as pools.projectpi.xyz. Or is it pool? I think it's pool.projectpi. Can you look that up?
Yeah, I'm double checking right now. It is pools with an S.
Pools with an S. Okay, beautiful. So yeah, if you go on pools.projectpi.xyz, you'll see basically the metrics for the individual Pi pools, which is cool. But it will be good to tie everything together to where an individual can actually see that they're active and they have, you know, their created date. So the date that the Pi pool was created, and then their staking date or starting date when they staked. You know, they'll have that in the card, and then their end date will be very useful for that individual so that they know to actually exit out of the validator. You know, we want to still keep a lot of basically everything that we do as decentralized as possible. So, you know, we'll have, you know, individuals that will have their own node that will want to come to the platform if they want to use it and, you know, withdraw and go from there. But yeah, besides that, just drawing everything up here. You know, one of the things that I had worked on in the last 5 or so days was data.projectpi.xyz. That one is very important because it basically will show a global view of all of the metrics on our protocol. And I mean, that's going to be very good just for people to actually see. Even though, you know, for example, like the liquid staking APY, you can go on Project Pi or hub.projectpi.xyz and you'll be able to see that in the liquid staking section. But if you want an overall like global view of everything, then it's in data.projectpi.xyz. You'll have total deposits. So for total deposits, I started off with the liquid staking pulse, technically test pulse because we're on live on testnet right now. You know, that's the total amount of pulse or test pulse that's on the liquid staking side, how much has been deposited and such. You have the Pi pools pulse, so how much pulse was deposited in the actual Pi pools in itself. And then you have just the total amount in the protocol. So I can see over time that the total amount would just continue to accumulate over time. There's going to be, you know, there's going to be more cards added to this, but these were like the first 3 that I could think of to add in. I can already kind of think of once we go main then there will be more cards that will be added, as well as more charts. The next section, you have the liquid staking polls. So if you look now, you see APY. APY right now is saying 1.82%. I mean, that makes sense in it because we're using. I mean, everything is still testing and whatnot, testing environment. So it's not going to be like the full fledged amount. Ideally, though, it will be that every 14 days
Mhm.
there will be an upgrade, like an update to sync the rewards. So then that's when the amount of um, pulse will be added to the liquid staking system, which then would increase the APY, or rather change the APY, not necessarily increase it. Um, but right now, sitting at 1.82%. And ST Pulse slash rewards. It shows the last rewards that was added into the system. Uh, the test pulse to ST Pulse dash T exchange rate. So the exchange rate, that's going to be very important for people to understand and to know. Simply put, let's say you got ST Pulse when the exchange rate was 1 to 1, and you waited 14 days, that value had changed to something else, then you would see an increase of the amount of, basically the amount of pulse that you would earn if you were to either revert back to pulse, or you were to keep ST pulse and you were to use it on another protocol that would accept ST pulse, or the liquid staking asset. So you can actually see that value live, as well as the total stakers. Right now, there's 13 total stakers on the protocol, which is cool. This is Testnet, so I know it is a little harder to get your hands on test posts, um, which is crazy. I think it's harder to get test posts than the actual mainnet posts. Yeah.
So if you guys want to join the protocol, DM myself or Chris, and we will gladly give you some test pulse. You can always use the official faucet to get you, I think, 10 test pulse.
Something like that.
Stake it on the protocol, get used to it, see how it works. Again, stick your pulse, get ST pulse, and you're getting rewards via the validators.
So the next one is the Pi pools on data.projectpi.xyz. Right now, there's just one card, which is the total Pi pool. So right now it's saying 6, and it does line up. If you were to go to pools.projectpi.xyz, it will also show 6 total validators that have been, well, total Pi pools. Out of the 6, I think there was 4 that were actual validators. They all basically came from Project Pi, just doing testing and such. But it is live, so in theory, anybody, if they had 16 million test posts, they could come to the platform to use it. And then the TPPY, test PPY, again, since we're on testnet, we're testing now everything with Project Pi yield token. But this all will translate very well once mainnet hits. It has the total TPPY stake, the total TPPY stakers on the protocol, the amount of TPPY burned, and the total current supply of TPPY, with a nice TPPY inflation chart over the next 4 years. Um, this chart took me most of the day to create. I'm not even going to lie. But it basically um, just shows how PPY should operate. We wanted, again, to translate 1 to 1 with how test PPY is how I want the inflation to work with the real PPY. And so far, so good. Looks very promising. Um, it's over a span of 4 years, and I basically put in every interval. The math of it all, I mean, I can kind of go over a little bit of the math. Let me see if I can actually pull it up. I don't have it. Um, yeah. So, like for example, the liquid staking metrics. We have the exchange rate. It's simply just the total supply over total assets. So that 1.000467 or wherever that number is was just the total supply over the total assets in itself. And so that's always going to be changing. Um, that's I just put E dash or E dot R for exchange rate. The APY. Now the APY is for the liquid staking um, token. For Testnet, it's going to be because the reward period is technically every day, so every 1 day, but on mainnet, it's actually going to be a little different. I know APY is equal to we did 1 plus the ST pulse last rewards. So you can see last rewards on the protocol over the total released assets. Just put assets here. And then that's going to be to the power of 365 days. For mainnet, it is going to be divided by 15 days. But for testnet, it's divided by 1, which just makes it 365. So for now, I'll just do this. And then it's minus 1 multiplied by 100%. And that basically gives me my APY for the liquid staking. Let me put LS down here, LS. Now for the actual PPY, PPY, as far as the inflation, that one was, I'm not gonna lie, that one was a lot to like actually work out. But I had to use the PT is equal to P0 multiplied by 1 plus R, and then that's T over big T, which little t is the total time. So let's say the total time was 4 years, which is equal to 1,461 days. And then the big T is the total amount of intervals. So I basically made it to about 2.68 days. The R actually ended up coming to be around, it was 6.93 times 10 to the negative 4 in R. And that basically just gives me the metrics for the inflation. It looks like, from what I'm seeing at first glance, inflation somewhere around the 9.5, 9.6% over the span of each year. But the burn rate in itself is working out to about 2.3% percent for every year too. So, and the reason why it's has the net inflation is because it's paying out the stakers that are participating in the pie pool. So you have to have that inflation in mind. But we also wanted to add in some of the burn mechanisms and whatnot with PPY, have some deflationary metrics. If you're not participating or if your node is acting up, then you would lose some of your PPY that's staked, and that would also be burned away. So I didn't include that in the actual graph. I just added just the base deflationary metrics. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's great. And again, sorry for the inversion of the picture. I'll take a screenshot and send it to you guys. But no, I think it's great. again, just to kind of reiterate what Chris was basically saying is, we want to make sure that our protocol is decentralized as much as possible. Um, we just got our audit back from Zilker. We're going to be getting that out and posting it probably later today or tomorrow when we do get back out the everything that they said. But yeah, coming with the card, I think this is great. I guess we're just going to have to see what it looks like in the front end. I like how we have the validator, the index, and the active. I know as a developer and people who are node operators, and the early days setting up our nodes, it was kind of annoying to keep going back to the beacon chain to look at the index.
Yeah.
If I had all the information already there for me, it's like, okay, bet I already know the validator index. I can just pop it in, or make sure my thing is active. And the beautiful thing with our partnership with Validator Dashboard, when the node is attached, you do get alerts. So that was very helpful as well too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just thinking, just trying to tie everything together, because it's like on one end, if this didn't exist, like right now it doesn't exist, you have to go to the beacon for Pulse Chain on Testnet right now, and you have to look, but sometimes it doesn't work. We know that that happens. But a lot of times we can just go to the validator section and look for the specific index based off the pub key, and we will be able to see if it's active or it has been withdrawn or exited and such. I think that actually adding this in and tying it in with our pie pool would close the gap for a lot of individuals, so that it is full transparency and everyone will be able to see where everyone is at. So yeah, I think that's going to be the next thing that I'm going to be working on for the next few days. I think that's going to be very attractive. I personally think it's going to be nice, but once I add it, just let me know what you think. I'm always open for suggestions and ideas, and even with what we have now, I'm always open for ideas and suggestions as far as like UI, cleaning, bugs, like what could be done better. Again, it's right now we're a team of three now, so it's awesome. But team of two really still as far as developers, and really you're doing your thing whenever you can develop. It helps, but it's mostly just me on my iPad, like actually just drawing everything up. But so far so good. I love the progress that we've made thus far.
Yeah, totally agree. Definitely miss coding a lot, but it's okay. We're doing what we have to do. And for those who haven't seen it again, what Chris was talking about, please go to data.projectpy.xyz. Look at our beautiful graph. Check it out. Look at the inflation rate. Look at our tokenomics. Again, these are not like set in stone numbers, but everything we're doing is really dope. And the beautiful thing I love about building on Pulse Chain is, again, the community. And a lot of stuff hasn't been built out yet. So again, you can be part of this new thing called blockchain that's out right now. So, I love to develop, love to help people out. And again, if you need any test pulse, DM us or use the official faucet. Liquid Stake on the protocol. Try it out. Give us feedback. If there's any bugs or anything you see, let us know.
What else you want to talk about?
Again, quick sponsor, quick plug. Go to cryptolids.com/pi to get your Project Pi merch. We have
or
hats.
Just go to our website and then just click merch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. So that's one thing. Yeah. So go to the website, Project Pi XYZ, on the nav bar, click merch, and go ahead and get that out. Again, later today or tomorrow, we will be talking about the updates on one of the audits that we did.
Yeah, we can talk about it a little bit. We basically went in and audited one of our most important contracts that we've used. I think in total I had to touch about 17 or 18 different smart contracts, but the one that's going to be very, very important, over time we're going to get more audits done. Just have to still be mindful as far as like obviously the funding and whatnot, which we've basically announced that the private round has technically officially started. But as of right now, the one of the contracts basically is going to hold quite a bit of funds, and it is involving a lot of the mechanisms for staking, withdrawing and
So
such.
looks like we have a question
Yes.
from Dark Woods.
Uh-huh.
When can we unstake our initial pulse, investor number 64, and what would be our options for future investments? That is a great question. So again, remember we are currently on Testnet. The whole ethos and the whole purpose of early staking was to basically give like a pre-seed offering or basically show early support.
Mm-hmm.
You stake your pulse and you got PPY as rewards in return. With that 90-day campaign, after the 90th day, that's when we went into basically testnet. And with that, you have your PPY and your test pulse that you can get. So the amount of PPY that you earn, please go to hub.projectpod.xyz or simply go to our site, click launch now, and make sure you switch from post-chain mainnet to testnet. And then you can go ahead and either click on the top right, the question mark on the bottom of the card on liquid staking to add test ST Pulse and test PPY. Now, once all our smart contract audited, everything is good because again, we want to have a safe and awesome, user-friendly and decentralized protocol for everyone to utilize. Once everything is good, smart contracts audited, and with mainnet, again, like we talked about before on the early staking page, the stake and unstake, which is no longer there, will be changed to transfer and claim.
Transfer and claim. Yep.
Your pulse that has been sitting there will not automatically. You got to press the button to pulse to ST Pulse, and then you'll be able to get your PPY token. Thank you for taking my question. Yeah, no problem. Dark Woods, hopefully that answered your question. Again, your funds are safe.
And then just kind of expanding on that is that we still have to go through the remaining rounds that we have, but your pulse, like Van said, your pulse is fine, is safe. Your PPY, basically you've earned that just being early supporter, and we're super grateful. Thank you so much, Dark
Woods.
Dark Woods, thank you so much. We definitely appreciate the support. Once we've gone through all of the rounds and everything, and we've actually audited all of the contracts, I know that's when we'll go to mainnet. And actually, I don't even think it'll have to be that. Really, I think that there might be just a few contracts here and there that would just need to be pushed to main, and then that's when the early stakers can receive their PPY and their ST Pulse. And at that point, if you wanted to stay in ST Pulse, you could, or you can just simply withdraw, or rather, withdraw/redeem. So that's an option that you have there. But yeah, I know that our seed round, that started 1 cent. What was that, penny and a half or 1 penny, something like that. I know that our next round right now is private, which is what, 2.5.
That's correct.
2.5 cents. And then public is going to be at 3 cents. So early stakers essentially was able to earn this token for free. So that's always cool. Just the participation of like being an early supporter, and then knowing that you're, number 60, what do you say, 67, 64. Yeah, you basically, as long as your wallet is intact, it's not compromised or nothing, anytime you want to stake on the protocol, for on Pulse Chain and being a validator, you would just need 8 million Pulse, and that, again, that's going to be for life. You have to think long term. That
says congratulations on your project and much success. Hey, Dark Woods, greatly appreciate it. Again, thank you so much for the support. It really does mean a lot to us.
It really does. It really does. I don't even know how many hours I spent sitting and coding all this. Like, again, just knowing that our team is, just we're some dogs, man.
That guy's
nonstop.
2-man team, fully bootstrapped. We just really wanted it, And we're tinkerers at heart. We love to solve solutions. And again, everything that Chris said is on our documentation. Please go to docs.projectxyz, check out the tokenomics. And if you're wondering about the smart contract, please join our Telegram and type /contract. You can see the smart contract, put it on the pulse chain scan, auto scan, and you can see all the locked up pulse that was there. Easily putting a wallet address, and it's still there. So again, everything we have is good. We'll continue to support your project. I just don't know when to consider investing more. Well, again, like Chris said, technically our private round is out. Please send me a DM on Telegram or send us a DM on Twitter. Email us at info@project.xyz if you are consider investing more, and we can go ahead and send you out the private round form.
I'll put info@projectpi.xyz. I think that's, emails. Some people like emails too.
Yeah, so that goes to our business email.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think the biggest thing is just and just the most exciting thing about all this is just, we've obviously came a long way, but it's just like constantly just on the grind with this, but still taking our time. It's not really a rush, because it's like we know that this is a lot. It is a lot, and a lot of planning and sitting down just to in consideration or whatnot. But shoot, we're having fun. If I'm not here, I'm at home on my computer coding. But yeah, this has been a blast so far, and we're just going to keep going with what we got going on. So
yeah, and again, thank you again. We're still going to continue it, but if you like to kind of see behind the scenes, please check out our Instagram. Shout out to JB, our creative director. He's killing it. You can check out what he's been doing, kind of see behind the scenes. Again, last video that we did, or that was posted, is we went out to Alabama, still in college. The Pulse Chain Foundation actually sponsored it. And, we came out as Project Pi. Trav from that pub came, as well as Professor Levi Pearson, Campini. And we went out there and educated the young adults, the future minds, the bright minds of the importance of blockchain, node infrastructure, Pulse Chain, and liquid staking. Exactly what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. And then you all after that, you all went to Vancouver, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And again, we're very transparent. As you can see, we're showing our faces. Chris sadly couldn't make it just due to personal stuff that he had to go on. No worries, everything was fine.
Happy anniversary, Mom.
Yeah, shout out Chris's mom. And myself and JB, again, our creative director, we went out to Vancouver. They had a Pulse Chain tour to Vancouver. So it was on a Thursday. We were here at the Atlanta Blockchain Center. Every Thursday we have events, 100 plus consecutive events. If you're out in Atlanta, please come out, the Atlanta Blockchain Center. And literally the same night, we booked the flight, had a flight next morning, and we were in Vancouver the next day. So again, we're truly about the community. We will literally drop what we're doing, fly out to the community if need be, show our faces, and to show everyone that what we're building here is serious. We're very serious about what we do. We want to make sure that the product that we have is squeaky clean. We don't want any exploits. We don't want to make sure everything is good. We want to make sure once we're in mainnet, token launch is successful, validator node operators are happy, our early stakers are very happy. Again, I want to say so much that's coming for you guys, but please follow us on Telegram, follow us on Twitter, see our announcements, because we have a bunch of announcements coming out.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. The early, there's another.
No, I'll just
the early stakers, we have to consider that over time, we know that Pulse Chain is going to increase just the network activity, so, imagine where we go back up to the Pulse Chain price that we saw back in March when we were in Vegas to pitch.
Yep.
It was, each validator was almost 10 grand, right? So it's like, basically with 8 million Pulse, you will only need 2,500 on our protocol versus the whole 10,000, and again, that's for life. As long as you hold that wallet and it's not compromised, you are essentially somebody that can use 8 million posts for life as long as post chain is still alive, and as long as our protocol is up and running too. Um, I think, I would say that one of the hardest parts was actually getting our protocol connected to the actual thing. What's it called? The iDeposit contract,
Oh yeah.
the deposit contract.
Mhm.
I think that was one of the hardest parts, but getting that was fun. I would say like all of it, everything we've cooked up, just been a journey, but it's been fun. It's been a blast. Um, and we're still obviously still not done. There's still some things I want to clean up. I'm staying on top of myself. Every Saturday, I'm going to be putting out basically developer updates that may change in the future, because I know that more people are active during the weekday. But I know that some people like to, catch up on all the news and updates for a lot of the stuff crypto and Web3 related on the weekend. So for now, I'll just do it every Saturday. Um, but in the future that may change. But I think that would be really good just to, keep going. Every Saturday, you see dev updates, even if it's just small little changes. You know, Want to just make sure that we're transparent with everything and everything that we're doing. Let people, stay in the loop of all of everything. So
And I can't forget one last person that also did show up to Stillman College for the Post Chain Foundation sponsor was I Am Till Infinity Ant. So he was also there. Can't forget my boy Ant. So shout out to you.
yeah, I know that we're supposed to be doing a hackathon. Was that next month, right? Next month or next week? I can't remember. I think we decided next month.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do one for the Post Chain Foundation. It's going to be at ABC? Yeah. So we'll be doing one for ABC. Basically, want to showcase everything we've got so far. Have some nodes already set up with the execution and the beacon clients ready to go, and then simply just create the validator, or yeah, basically set up the validator. Use our protocol to connect the validator to um, the protocol in itself, and go from there. People will actually be able to stake, give them some test pulse, stake that test pulse in liquid staking so they can see how everything works. I think that's going to be a very good workshop right there. Yeah.
I agree.
All right. You got anything else?
I think we basically covered everything. Again, if you
At least
haven't,
for right now,
yeah,
right?
for right now, yeah, I know it's inverted. Data.projectpod.xyz, pools.projectpod.xyz. Again, special shout out for anyone and everyone who follows us, supports us, whether you didn't early stake or not. The fact that you're here, the fact that you're looking at your video, the fact that you're Telegram, the fact that you have some type of interest in what we're doing, and liquid staking on Post Chain. It really does mean a lot to Chris and I. Definitely came a long way from purely doing physical node infrastructure utilizing Raspberry Pis, which is how the name Project Pi came from going to another mini computer, utilizing Intel and AMD boards, to then doing RPC services for developers to be able to utilize our RPC services for a SaaS model, to now building out DeFi protocol on Post Chain, specifically in liquid staking, which is huge.
Yep. And then I think one of the cool things is that we can also supply the nodes as well. So I think that's another value prop right there that makes us fairly unique than some of our other counterparts on different blockchains like a Rocket Pool or Lido.
Yeah.
We'll actually be able to support the actual physical infrastructure, because we want to still keep it physical. But also have some ideas as far as like if you still want to run a node, or rather a validator, and use our protocol. We've been in discussion for basically allowing individuals to use our infrastructure too. I think that's going to be exciting as well. Um, I'll be updating the pools.projectpi.xyz. Just a few little bugs that I've noticed while I was here. Um, I'm gonna actually touch upon that more than likely today after we're done with this chat, and then I want to get started on this, at least getting the functionality going, so that anyone can actually see whatever validator the index there are on our protocol, as well as the status. It's not going to be as extensive as like a validator dashboard or the beacon, but it will be good enough to where a person would be, they'll be able to see what's going on with their node right then and there.
And I want to do this. I just thought about this. So I want to do a little challenge or event, right? For those who are currently watching us, or for those who will be watching this in the future, tell me what your favorite metric is on data.projectpi or pools.projectpi. Tweet it out. Let me know. And the one that I like the most, I'll give you something. My favorite one in pools.projectpi to XYZ is the total amount of PPY burned. I think that's pretty cool. That's my favorite. What about yours, Chris?
Well, no. I think that's on data. Yeah, that's
sorry,
that's
not on
data.
pools. On the data.projectpi XYZ, the total PPY burn is my favorite metric.
I think my favorite is it's on PPY, TPPY, but it's the chart, the entire inflation chart over the next 4 years. Again, I think that there's going to be I think it's going to translate very well over to mainnet, but that took a lot of time to create. I think honestly the hardest part was the dot, like adding the dot on there, because there was a little bit of data interpolation that I had to do to even get that dot to fit onto the chart. Because that dot is actually a live. It's live. Like it actually is showing the total current supply. Where is it at? Yeah,
That's right.
total current supply. That's basically that blue dot that you see that's blinking.
And this is what he's talking about. So that dot that's blinking right here is actually translating to the total current supply of PPY. I actually had mentioned or tell them you should change that dot to a rocket. So I may do that. May do that little Project Pi rocket.
But yeah, it basically it translates very well over the next 4 years as the token inflates a little bit.
I don't think they can see
it. That dot or future rocket maybe it will increase over time. And I'm still open to suggestions on as far as the intervals. It says interval for the x-axis. I may actually clean it up a little bit because there are a lot of numbers on it. But so far, so good. I really like that one the most.
Someone says something.
Yep.
Joe Lewis. Hey, shout out to Joe Skylark. I like the graph over time with the live data. Cool.
Yeah, cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, that one. Like I said, that took probably a whole day by itself because of that dot. I'm not even gonna lie. That dot probably was one of the hardest things to do. But all of it is live data. So everything that is on data.projectpi.xyz is most of it is live data from the smart contracts from Testnet. So you'll even be able to see like on the liquid staking side, once the rewards have been synced for the day, it'll actually show the last time it has been synced, which I think as of right now is 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and actually do that right now. I can do it right now.
Let's do it live.
Okay, sure.
Let's do it live. Why not?
Why not?
So let's bring your laptop so they can see it. Well, actually, they don't need to see all that, but that's something.
I mean, if they have it pulled up, then they'll be able to see
Yes.
So
if you guys have it pulled up, so basically what he's talking about is if you go to the hub. No, not the hub. Let me see.
So we got that.
Go to data.projectpi to XYZ. And And actually, I might be able to share my screen. Hold on, guys. Let me share my screen with you guys. Share screen. We're going to do analytics. We're going to share that.
Go to, yeah, there we go.
So I just have it up like that. So now you can see he's about to press play button.
Okay, so I'm gonna press the sync rewards button. So I'm gonna confirm it, and then you can just refresh your screen. So I'm gonna confirm, and so I just press the button, and we just have to wait. I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it has been confirmed. So now if you go to data.projectpi.xyz,
Yeah, it's ready.
And you refresh the page.
Here we go.
There we go. So less than 1 minute ago, it shows the APY has went up a little bit to 1.83. The last rewards that have been added to the actual liquid stakers. So it shows how much has been added. Now, again, we're Testnet, so that number is not a lot of polls. How much is, look, okay, so go to CoinMarketCap. I want to see how much is 9.8 thousand polls, because that's really not a lot. Granted, this is Testnet, but
how much?
It was 9,866. So basically 42 cents of pulse have been added to the system for liquid staking. So again, that's not really much, but on mainnet, those numbers will be so much larger, and you know, testing it out is very good to see just how everything works. But you can see the exchange rate if you go back to ST Pulse. You can see the exchange rate has also increased just a little bit. It was 467, now it's 468. So not by much, but even that small amount means that a person was actually able to earn just a little bit. I can also do that too. I'm curious to see the total PPY stakers. I want to actually see if I was to stake on the protocol right now, that number change. It should. I've tested it.
And here, this is under the website for you guys. So this is actually, it was on neither. It was actually on early stake that Project Pi, the XYZ is where the total burn was at. So
yeah.
So that's the one. So yeah, so if you guys can see the screen, early stake. So these are all the early stakers. I know you said staker number 64, but we're not going to dox you. But anyways,
no.
Yeah. So this is the amount of pulse that was burned during early staking. So I'm sorry. PPY earned. Yeah, PPY burned. Be right here.
Oh, that's a
That's
a little error.
I just saw that. I was just like, wait a second. Yeah, so this has to be PPY. So that's how much PPY. So out of 314 million PPY total circuit, total supply, you subtract that. That's how much can be burned. So, yep. All right, so let's go.
Okay, so I just go back to data. I just staked a little bit.
Okay. All right, so I'm on data.
Go to TPPY. Yeah. There's now 3 total stakers. TPPY is at 19,000 now. So, yeah. So it is live. Everything is there. I just added some more, and I'm the third person that staked the TPPY.
And again, for those who don't know how to do it, again, it's very simple. Go to the hub. Make sure you connect your wallet. Type in my password. Go to Liquid Stake. Again, make sure you're on Testnet. Whoops, actually clicked out of it. Not mean to do that. Make sure you're on Testnet.
For liquid staking.
Mm-hmm. It's simple enough. Make sure you have your test pulse. You can stake as much as you want. You can see the exchange rate. You can view the stats here. You can see this number matches up what was on our platform. You simply deposit. You confirm the transaction. Just let it load. Deposit successful. It's that simple, guys.
Yeah, and it will probably translate here to. Yep, it translated on the actual site as an extra 100 liquid staking T-Post 2. So yeah, everything is live.
So we have another question.
Yes.
Are you guys exploring MEV rewards for staking or burning it?
Wait. What? Huh? Let me see. Are you guys exploring MEV reward? So that is something that is going to come down the line. We're not even, again, since we're not even on mainnet just yet. We've been, put it this way, we've been looking into it. We've been thinking about it. I know that there have been a few communities that have talked about MEV. Um, so yeah, we're actively looking into it, but I know that's going to come way down the line. Um, but yeah, long story short, yes, we've been looking into that as well.
All right, guys. Well, that's a great question. If you have any more questions, let me know. If not, I guess we'll end the stream again. Likewise,
If you have any more questions, feel free to hit us up,
or say something in the
or
Telegram.
say something in
It's
Telegram.
live. It's there.
Yeah, we're actively working. Like right as soon as we end the stream, we're gonna be getting right back to work. So
Yeah, maybe take a little lunch break, get some food in our bellies to feed our brains. But yeah, again, we're here. DM me, DM Chris, DM the business, DM us on. Just send us an email, follow us on LinkedIn. Like we're here, guys. We're transparent. We're building every single day, all day, every day. But making sure that I also spend time with my wife and kids because sometimes I don't get to do that as much as I want. But hey, But anyways, you guys have a good one. Project Pi 314 signing off.
peace.